Welcome, have a nice day. Today is Tuesday, 10th of September 2024. In 1813, Perry defeats the British on September 10, 1813. An American naval force commanded by Oliver H. Perry defeated the British in the Battle of the Lake Erie during the War of 1812. World Suicide Prevention Day is a global awareness event observed on the same day, that is 10th September every year for the last 2 decades, commemorating the awareness of suicide prevention and celebrating the counteractions made to abolish it. World Suicide Prevention Day is observed on 10th of September every year to raise awareness to prevent the cases of suicide. This day is organized by the International Association for Suicide Prevention (IASP), and this day is co-sponsored by World Health Organization. Starting the newspaper analysis with the newspaper The Hindu states that RSS believes some religions are language inferior. Rahul Gandhi in the United States. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi has accused the RSS of considering some religions, languages, and communities of being inferior to others. They say this is not a union, these are separate things. Among these, only one is very important and whose headquarters is in Nagpur, says Rahul Gandhi in a veiled reference into the RSS. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi has accused the Rashtriya Sevak Sangh RSS of considering some religions, languages, and communities of being inferior to others, and said that the fight in India is about this and not about politics. The leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha was addressing a gathering of several hundred Indian Americans in Herndon, Virginia, suburb of Washington, D.C. on Monday, September 9, 2024. We will think of scrapping reservation when India is a fair place, Rahul Gandhi in the United States. Rahul Gandhi said Congress party will think of scrapping reservation when India is a fair place. Tribals get 10 paise out of 100 rupees, Dalits get 5 rupees out of 100 rupees, and OBCs get a similar number. The fact of the matter is that they are not getting participation, says Rahul Gandhi. The Congress party will think of scrapping reservations when India is a fair place, which is not the case right now, Rahul Gandhi, leader of the opposition, said. Mr. Gandhi made these remarks while talking to students at a prestigious Georgetown University. At BRICS summit in Russia, the will may meet Chinese Foreign Affairs Minister Wang Yi discusses line of actual control. China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi, ahead of possible meet, Communist Party of China mouthpiece Global Times attacks Minister of External Affairs S. Jaishankar for hampering ties and deletes article. National Security Advisor NSA Editorial will attend a 3-day meeting of BRICS and BRICS plus high-level security officials beginning on Wednesday in St. Petersburg, where he will engage with Russia. NSA Sergei Shoigu in their first meeting since the Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Ukraine, as well as the China's top diplomat Wang Yi. While the government has not confirmed his meeting with Mr. Wang yet, their presence at the conference comes on the heels of the flurry of meetings between India and Chinese officials focused on resolving the 4-year-old military standoff at the line of actual control. In the July month, External Affairs Minister Jaishankar met Mr. Wang Yi twice in Astana on sidelines of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit, and in Vietnam on the sidelines of an Association of Southeast Asian Nations (ASEAN) and India meeting. The two sides agreed to finding an early resolution on the line of actual control situation to rebuild bilateral relations and to work with the purpose and urgency for a complete disengagement at the earliest. Prime Minister Modi's clean chit to China set because to become a letter of support for Adani's overseas investments, Congress MP Jairam Ramesh. He branded the Prime Minister's policy towards China as inadequate, targeting the center over its inattention to the risks of uncontrolled Chinese imports, investment, and immigration. In a detailed statement, the Congress on Tuesday, September 10, 2024, took a dig at non-biological Prime Minister for giving clean chit to China after reports of Adani Group floating a China subsidiary for providing project management services came in the day before. Congress General Secretary in the charge communications, Jairam Ramesh, alleged the risk is now that the conglomerate investments in China will add national security and territorial sovereignty to governing a list of the sacrifices that India has made at the altar of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's special friendship. Vietnam storm deaths rise to 64 as a bridge collapses and flooding sweeps away by a bus. A bridge collapsed and a bus was swept away by flooding in Vietnam, raising the death toll there to at least 64 from typhoon and subsequent heavy rains. A bridge collapsed and a bus was swept away by flooding in Vietnam on Monday, September 9, 2024, raising the death toll in the Southeast Asian country to at least 64 from the typhoon and the subsequent heavy rains that also damaged factories in export-focused northern industrial hub, state media report. 9 people died on Saturday, September 7, 2024, after Typhoon Yagi made landfall in Vietnam before weakening into the tropical depression. The rest died in the floods and landslides that followed on Sunday and Monday, as state media VN Express reported. India to ink Predator armored drone deal with the United States before October 31st. The defense minister will now be approaching the finance ministry for expenditure approval. From Hindustan Times newspaper point of view, after the Defense Acquisition Council DAC cleared the Predator drone deal on 30th July, the defense ministry will soon approach the cabinet committee on securities for much awaited acquisition to be signed next month. While the ministry is silent on the process, it's learned that the cost negotiation committee CNC has wrapped up the final finalize of acquisition worth around $3.1 billion from United States-based General Atomics. The defense ministry will now be approaching the finance ministry for expenditure approval before getting the final stamp from CCS. The equation must be signed before October 31st, already as there will be a price revision on the part of the manufacturer. No delay in the constitution of House panelist process is underway. Rijiju, Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiran Rijiju. Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiran Rijiju on Monday denied any delay in constitution of the department-related parliamentary standing committee, and said that the chairmanship of such panels will be distributed on the basis of the strength of respective political parties. Delhi trying to cleanize political landscape of mainstream of parties. Umar Abdullah, National Conference leader Umar Abdullah. National Conference leader Umar Abdullah, 54, is leading to the campaign of Jammu and Kashmir, the oldest party of the first assembly elections in the region since it was stripped of its semi-autonomous status in 2019 with the nullification of Constitution's Article 370 and split into 2 union territories. A third-generation politician from the Abdullah's family and a former Chief Minister Umar Abdullah spoke to Hindustan Times in the Srinagar about the NC Congress alliance. His poll pitch independent candidate is backed by the banned Jamaat Islami and why he is upbeat about his party's poll prospects. Edited excerpts. Kolkata rape, a murder case updates. CBI to file fresh report on September 13. Kolkata rape murder case live update. Junior doctors formed a human chain in front of a RGK Medical College and Hospital demanding justice. Kolkata rape murder case live update. Protesting junior doctors in the West Bengal has said that they would defy the Supreme Court's orders to resume work by 5 p.m. on Tuesday, September 10. Claiming that their demands were still unfulfilled, the doctors said that they have also marched to Swasthya Bhavan, the headquarters of the health department, at noon on Tuesday. The doctors have called for the resignation of the state's health secretary and director of the health education. The Supreme Court on Monday directed doctors on strike to resume work today at 5 p.m., assuring them that they would not face any adverse actions, including the punitive transfers. However, they were also warned that if doctors did not return to work, they could not be held responsible for any action taken against them. Now, going towards the economy of the country from the business point of view, over a dozen companies to raise rupees 20,000 crore via IPO route in September month. The price band of the issue is set at rupees 465 to 480 and will be open in September month of the 10th and close on September 12th. Nearly a dozen companies are set to raise approximately rupees 20,000 crore through initial public offering IPOs from the market in the September month. Some of the IPOs to be launched this week include Bajaj Housing Finance, PN Capital, Jewelers and Cross Limited. As copper mining stalls and imports surge, players eye overseas assets between financial year 19 and financial year 24. Copper concentrate imports doubled to rupees 26,000. In the financial year 19, copper ore production stood at 4.13 million tons, dropping at a low of 3.27 metric ton in the financial year 21, which 10 partially recovered to 3.78 metric ton in the financial year 2024, according to the data with the Mines Ministry. Despite Maharashtra no official communication after our Adani Group chip partnership to center, under India's $10 billion chip incentive scheme, entities looking to set up chip fabs or assembly plants can avail as much as half the capex costs as the government subsidy. Many are also seeing the announcement as an election ploy by the state government. GST Council aligned on the need to cut insurance premiums. Specific proposal referred to COAM. The COAM on rate rationalization will meet in Goa on September 23, and the next GST Council meeting will be held in the November month. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman chairs the 54th meeting of the GST Council in New Delhi on Monday on September 9, 2024. Lack of success in reducing the road accidents a failure, says Nitin Gadkari. Industry should use CSR funds to raise awareness, especially in the schools. Nitin Gadkari requested the industry to use the corporate social responsibility funds to organize awareness programs, especially in the schools. Going towards the world news, including how Trump and Harris prepare for a 2024 presidential debate. Women accuse the social media influencer date of rape and strangling a sport. Trump-Harris debate, all you need to know about the presidential debate. Russia's spy whale was not shot right due to the stick stuck in the mouthpiece. Harris-Trump and debate voters prioritize policy discussions over the personal attacks. Judge orders change of the venue in the University of Idaho student murder case. Going to science and tech, we have Apple embraces the artificial intelligence craze with its newly unleashed iPhone 16 lineup. Apple CEO Tim Cook holds up iPhone 16. Apple has charged into the artificial intelligence craze with a new iPhone lineup that marks the company's latest attempt to latch on a technology trend and transform it into a cultural phenomena. Apple on the Monday charged into the artificial intelligence craze with the new iPhone lineup that marks the company's latest attempt to latch onto a technology trend and transform it into the cultural phenomena. The four different iPhone 16 models will come equipped with the special chips needed to power a suite of artificial intelligence tools that Apple hopes will make it Marquee product even more dispensable and reverse a recent sales slump. The role of district agro-met offices in supporting farmers, explained farm workers wearing protective gear work in the paddy field at Tirunelveli and Palakkad. Story so far. Last week, PTI reported that the Indian Meteorological Department (IMD) is planning to revive our district agro-meteorology units (DAMUs) under the Gramin Krishi Mausam Seva (GKMSK). The Indian Meteorological Department established 999 DMUs in 2018 in collaboration with the Indian Council of Agricultural Research. The aim was to have weather data to prepare and disseminate sub-district level agriculture advisories. In the month of March, DMU were shut down following an order issued by the IMD. Wildlife terrorism, major emerging global problem. WCCB officer. Representative image wildlife crime has taken the shape of the terrorism and is emerging as a major global threat. Senior officer of the Wildlife Crime Control Bureau WCCB says. At least three extremist groups have been involved in the illegal trade of the wildlife and wildlife body parts. The northern east has become a gateway for the outward smuggling of wildlife from the other parts of the India, and the inward smuggling of the exotic animals, such as wildlife department said. Wildlife crime has taken the shape of the terrorism and is emerging as a major global threat. A senior officer of the Wildlife Crime Control Bureau (WCCB) said on Monday, September 9, 2024, from the Islamist Boko Haram and Al-Shabaab to the Maoists in the central India and extremists in the northeast. Almost all terror groups are increasingly funding their warfare from illegal wildlife trade. WCCB Deputy Director Arvind Kumar Chorchia said. India, not China, is the world's largest plastic emitter. Study. Aerial photograph shows a segregation of the plastic wastage gathering from the garbage dumps for recycling at a scrapyard on the outskirts of the Bengaluru. The study published in the Nature has reported India ranks first due to the lack of access to waste collection facilities. News research published in the journal Nature had said that India is responsible for around one-fifth of the global plastic emissions of around 9.3 million metric ton per year. The rate places India at the top of the emitters list, whereas the study places China, generally considered to be the greatest emitter, fourth. According to the study conducted by researchers at the University of Leeds, plastic emissions are the highest in the Southern Asian, Sub-Saharan Africa, and Southeast Asian countries. It estimated Nigeria produces 3.5 metric ton of plastic per year, ahead of the Indonesia with 3.4 metric ton per year and the China with 2.8 metric ton per year. Previous studies highlighted China as a high plastic polluter because they use much older data on the country's waste management. Research and the study co-author E.D. Cook told The Hindu. However, in the last 15 years, China has improved its waste management substantially and is approaching a point where it has a comprehensive collection system. I remember that China is fast approaching high-income group status and more monetary resources than India. India's plastic problem. India has emerged as one of the world's largest plastic polluters for several reasons, according to Cook. Firstly, there is a large and increasing population which is becoming more affluent. That means more and more waste, and the whole country has struggled to keep a pace with the providing waste management services. In a way, this is a typical situation seen in other countries, but it is more pronounced in India because of the larger number of people. Dumping sites in the country are more home to uncontrolled land disposal and outnumber sanitary landfills 10 to 1. The country's official waste generation rate, estimated to be 0.12 kg per capita per day, is possibly underestimated, while the waste collections is overestimated, the study noted. While India is claimed to have a national waste collection coverage of around 95%, the study found evidence that the official statistics don't include rural areas, open burning of the uncollected waste, and waste recycled by the informal sector. While India claims to have a national waste collection coverage of around 95%, the study found evidence that the official statistics don't include rural areas, open burning of uncollected waste, and the waste recycled by the informal sector. Data used in the study indicates collection average of 81% for India. Around 5.8 metric ton of plastic solid waste is openly burned each year in India. Pointing way forward, this study said it aimed to create a global inventory of microplastic pollution at local levels to inform policies designed to reduce the plastic emission and to provide a global baseline for researchers monitoring emissions. An inventory like this can prove critical to the success of the United Nations Plastic Treaty, a draft resolution that negotiators are hoping to turn into an international legal binding agreement by the end of this year. Once finalized, this agreement will be aimed to end plastic pollution. The fifth session of the Intergovernmental Negotiating Committee (INC) 5 to develop the agreement is scheduled to take place in the Busan, South Korea from the November 25 to December 1st, 2024. At last, there is a famous quotation by a political philosopher Benjamin Franklin, whose birth anniversary is 17 January 1706 up to 6 January 1705. Sorry, 17 January 1706 up to April 17, 1790, was an American polymath, a leading writer, scientist, inventor, statesman, diplomat, printer, publisher, and a political philosopher. Among the most influential intellectuals of his time, Franklin was one of the founding fathers of the United States, a drafter and singer of the Declaration of Independence, and the first postmaster general. Benjamin Franklin says a very famous quotation. He says that, "Tell me and I forget, teach me and I remember, involve me and I learn." Okay, thank you.